Hi, I'm so glad you decided to click on this video. You have a lot of choices out there, and so I am very grateful that you decided to stop by. My name is Faith, and I have a reselling gig that I do called Retro to Relove. But I do a lot of other things, and I like to take road trips and do thrifting, and I don't get to do it as much as I would like to, but this past Friday, my daughter and I escaped for the day and went to a little town called Brownwood, Texas. And really, the reason I wanted to go there so badly was because I had heard about the bookstore they have there. And I am a writer, so I love quirky bookstores, out of the way. They are full of surprises and uniqueness. So I will be sharing that in a forthcoming video. I have to try to get some editing done to it, but it was a really fun trip. But also, if I'm going to be out and about, I especially in a new area, I want to check out the thrift stores. So that's what we did. We went to three different thrift stores. I have one favorite and two failures. It was like, but it was a nice visit. The people were very nice. It wasn't too long of a drive. It was just a kind of an all day thing, but we got home in plenty of time to not be, you know, after dark or anything like that. But anyway, yeah, so it was a fun adventure going to Brownwood, Texas, a place I hadn't seen before, and that's always a good time to just, get to be in a new area. So last week, just to quickly go over, um, I had posted my prior video is about using AI for reselling and using it specifically for buy or pass. There's two things I do with it actually, buy or pass, and also relist or donate. So that's another subject I'd like to discuss further. But um, I just thought I would recap my sales from last week. I don't know about other resellers, and I hear a lot of great stuff, and I'm very happy for them. But my sales have plummeted in the last couple of months over the summer. And when I say plummet, I had two last week. And neither of these were part of the experiment. So, that's still waiting to be seen. But I did sell, and I'm going to show on my phone because I'm on a learning curve with doing videos, and I want to figure out how to put, these pop them up, in the screen so you can see them. But for now, I just have my phone, and I hope that's okay. But I did sell this Maeve by Anthropologie dress, and it's really perfect for fall. It's actually very lightweight material, very soft. That's called Eleonora, and I expected a little bit more, but I accepted a best offer of $18.66. The other thing I sold, which I was almost like, oh, maybe it won't sell because, the end of summer, fall is upon us, although you can't really tell here in Texas because it's still hot. But like many states, I'm sure. Anyway, this was a Torrid bathing suit, and I didn't use it. Was the first time I was using the buyer pass, and I saw it on the rack, and I didn't even check because, as I had said in the previous video, if I see something and I know that that's going to be a good sell, I'll just grab it anyway. I think it was $7, $6.99, and it's a Torrid 5X. It's quite beautiful, I think. Let me see if I can get a big. Well, there you go. I like the print. I love the colors. The trimming on it is really pretty. I don't know if you can see it really in there, but it's a thick lace-like material that trims it. But it did sell, and um, I had originally listed it for 42, and then I'm running a sale on Retro to Relove on eBay, 15% off, so it was 36. I got a $30 offer. My sales have been so bad that I was like, I don't want to wait till next summer. I don't want to hold on to it, so I did accept that as a best offer. That was it. That was my sales for the week. Wah, wah, wah. Big tears. You see the little smiley face? But anyway, it is what it is. Hopefully, it'll pick up. I mean, I'm not going to quit doing it because sales are bad. I mean, it's something I enjoy doing, so I'm going to keep doing it. And hopefully, um, using different techniques and different ideas to, you know, increase my knowledge and, what's available on my site will be helpful. So, as I said, I did do the buy and pass. I did use it at the thrift stores in Brownwood, Texas. We went to three. One was I can't remember the name of it, but it's the kind that kind of like a mission statement one. I'm sorry, I should have. It wasn't great. So I didn't pick up anything. Honestly, I walked in and I almost walked right back out. It was one of those kind of experiences. And maybe that's why it was completely forgettable. I was hoping for more because I love supporting any thrift stores or consignment stores that are doing it as a reach out program for people who are in need. I think even people or animals, ASPC has some out there, and I will go to those because I want to be supportive of those organizations and to help anyone who's in need, human or animal. And but that one right next to it was a Goodwill, so I was a little hopeful, but it was not very good. I seen one thing and I thought, well, I'll check it, and it did tell me to buy. And I probably should have already had this pulled up, but I don't, so I apologize in advance. But this is called a baby bullet, and it appears to be new. The plastic is sealed. And at first I thought they wrapped it in saran wrap kind of stuff, but maybe not. So let's see. I'll pull it up real quick. I did ask ChatGPT, my Resale Advisor, and I'm so sorry that I did not already have this pulled up. Well, I can't find it all of a sudden. Let me go to my ChatGPTs and Resale Advisor one. Maybe it'll be under there. No, they're all under the same one. Anyway, it did tell me to buy it. It gave me a quote of 18 to 25 for these. And then as I looked, when I got home, this might be a bust because it cost me $3.99, and I think I saw one for $5. So this may have been a pass, and I read the information wrong. Because when I tried it later, it thought it was spice rack. Thought it was a cool vintage spice container, which it's not. But could be if you want to repurpose it. There's amazing people out there who repurpose things. The next one, and these went fairly quickly, right? The next one was called True Treasures, and I am going to show you their card. True Treasures, and they're on 603 3rd Street, Brownwood, Texas. Wonderful people, cute shop. I was kind of like, oh no, it's a house. But it decorated very nice, very in the spirit of Halloween right now. But the owner's husband was in there, and he was a very nice guy, very friendly, very willing to even cut you a deal, which I always appreciate that. Who doesn't appreciate somebody who's willing to bargain? I certainly do. But True Treasures will be someplace whenever I go maybe to Austin that way, because that's the way to Austin. I would stop in there definitely to not only say hello, but to see what they have, because I did find some really good buys. They had a dollar rack for clothes, and typically I didn't even check the ChatGPT on this one. I just looked in for $1, anything under $1, I probably will buy it if it's in good shape. So what I got was, I'm going to just show you, I got 5 pieces. This first one is an Old Navy, and it's a basic tank piece, and it looks like it's in brand new condition. But why I got it, there's a specific reason why I got it. I like Old Navy. So I hope that doesn't offend anybody, but it's a Luxe XL, extra large, and it does feel so nice. Honestly, I don't think it was ever worn or washed yet, but and don't nix me for saying washed with an aw. Anyway, it's a beautiful tank. It's long. This would be great even like with some leggings or something. I love it. For those out there who are, $1, I think I could probably get 15 maybe. So not a bad investment. This one was also, it's a 2XL, and it's Banana Republic, and it's like a Henley, and it's white, but there's no stains. Again, it looks brand new. $1. They had the original price they had on it was $5. So still, even at $5, that's not bad. Banana Republic. These are what we would call bread and butter, right? So the next one, I've always loved this brand. I was going through a very difficult time and years ago when we were living in Colorado, and it was just a lot of stress. And I saw somebody with this shirt on the back of it. It says, "Life is good." And I thought, I want to believe that. I need to go around and say that over and over. And I did. I was like, life is good. Life is good. There are good things about it. There are things that are wonderful. But isn't that cute? So this is another tank, and it's a medium. $1. This is called Crusher. I love the well. I love it. Here is a J. Jill. And they had this originally for $3. So I didn't even look at the other clothes because I found these and I was like, this is fine. This is XL white. I love the mandarin collar and the buttons down the front. It needs steamed out, but it's very clean. Very nice white dress, kind of a dress up top, or even work, business casual. Now this one was, I'm like, it's got newer tags. And it's a official licensed collegiate gear product. So it's a college gear. And it is Southern Illinois. Now, I've never even been to Southern Illinois. I don't know who they are, but I know they're out there. And somebody needs this. And I only paid $1 for an XL. So hopefully somebody hits on my eBay and wants to buy that. I thought for $1, what do I got to lose? $1. Maybe I will make some money off of it. The other things I got, which were really cool, the first thing I picked up was this set of Dean Koontz, and I'm a fan. I love Dean Koontz's writing. Odd Thomas, the series, was probably one of my favorite books for a very long time. I loved it. I just really like Dean Koontz writing. It's some of it is probably not anything I will pick up, but like this one says Demon Seed on it, and I'm like, I haven't read that, but I have read a lot of his books, and he loves golden retrievers just like I do. So anyway, this has 3 books on it, and I looked up this with chat, and it did say buy, and it said with the 3 books on there. Now it quoted me at 44, and I will say, I think that it goes high. I think that ChatGPT and my Reseller Advisor gives me a little bit at the very high, and I don't want to be like, if there's more than one out there, it's going to take, or more than 10 out there or whatever. The people aren't going to choose you if you're the highest one, I wouldn't say. But this is brand new sealed, and I actually didn't pay anything for it because he was so nice. He got all my stuff. He made me some deals on some things, and I'll talk about that. But this got kind of off to the side, and he said, oh no. And I thought he had gotten it because it was all in the same stack. And he said he didn't charge me. I said, well, then let's just go ahead and do it. And he's like, no, don't worry about it. So he put it in there for free. So 0 cost. So whatever I get for it is going to be more than I paid for it. So that's why I'm like, True Treasures Thrift Store in Brownwood, Texas. If you're in the area, or if you know you're going to be going through there, stop by, say hello, tell them we sent you, or I sent you. I don't know who's the we, me and Stella. But the next thing, he did make me a deal on these, and I think these are awesome for Christmas. Curtis Stone, the exclusive collection. And I thought this was so cool because it's a barbecue carving knife and fork. And he had $8 on it, and it's just beautiful. It's a signature collection, and I do know of him, but I don't buy fancy things like this anymore because I have old ones from 100 years ago. And then this mid set looks really cool, and it was listed. He had it for sale for $10, and he made me a deal. He made me a deal for $15 for both pieces, so $7.50 a piece. I'm gonna sell them together, and hopefully somebody loves Curtis Stone and wants to buy them for a Christmas present or for themselves on eBay. I don't know how much to sell those for. I did look it up on chat, and I'm trying to remember what it said. Again, I think it said $40 to $50. See, I don't know if that's too high, so I have to do more. So here's the point. When using Chat GPT, Reseller Advise for advice, Buyer Pass is really, that's great. It's great for that. But when it comes to the pricing, you're going to want to dig down deeper than Chat to verify it for yourself, which I have done using eBay research. So going there and seeing what actually sold. How long did it take to sell? Those kind of things play in, and I don't think the AI can really do that for you yet. Maybe it can. Maybe I haven't given it the right information to do so, but it's all an experiment, and we're all learning, so I'm still on the curve. So the next things I got were also, he also made me a deal on these, and I got 2 purses. The first one is this Kate Spade, and I do like Kate Spade stuff, and I think this is really cool, but is it a purse that I would use? Probably not, but it has a lot of style. I should have done it like this. But you can see, this is Kate Spade right there. And then on the inside, it just looks really pretty. It's not damaged or anything. They had $18 on it, and it's leather. I like it. It's a nice bag for traveling, for going places, whatever. Anyway, they had 18 on it, and at first I guess I missed the 18. I thought it was 8, and I was like, ooh, lights, start flickering in my head. Blah, $8 Kate Spade bag. But when I got up there, and he thought it was 8 too at first, and then he goes, oh, it's 18, because he had put down 8. And then I said, he goes, well, I'll make you a deal. And he gave me that bag for $12, and then this bag for $12. And this is a Juicy Couture, and it has the, now my daughter said, after I got it, I was like, ooh, I think this is great. Y2K, right? She said to be sure and check that it's not like a Kohl's knockoff or something of Juicy. And I don't think it is. I think this is actually like Y2K. Juicy Couture, Los Angeles, California. It's got the label on the inside. But it's that baby pink. You know what really got me? I love this, the strap, because it could be a crossbody, it could be a shoulder. And the Juicy Couture is like, it's actually a little bit raised, and it kind of has a plasticky feel to it, but it's raised. And it's really cool. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Sorry. It's raised, and it's very cool all along this webbed crossbody strap. Looks brand new. So I think for $12, I think I paid, like, with tax, around a little under $50. So that was my thrift haul. Pretty good, not too bad. I'm excited about all of it. Even the $1 clothing. Yes, even $1 clothing. I get excited about $1 clothing. So that was it. Hopefully, and I don't have anything listed yet. In fact, I'm still trying to list the last time. I've been also working on a devotional journal that I'm really excited about called Rooted and Grounded in Love. And it's anyway, I'll get off on a tangent. I'll try not to. But I've been working steadily on that because I want to get that done and ready for before the end of October, so that it's available for people for Christmas presents or for the new year. I think it's very exciting, and I'll share more about that later. The next thing we did was, before we went thrifting, we stopped at what is called the Intermission Bookstore, and it is so cool. That was my main reason for wanting to go there. It is an old theater, and it was bought and restored in 2019 by a couple, and it just has so much history to it. So I do have a video of it, so I'm going to try to get some editing done to it and get that up as soon as possible within the next day or two. So be looking for that, because I think if you love history, if you love old books, and you love movie theater, and you love a good story, you're going to want to see that video, because it's all of those things. And while we were there, we stopped at for lunch at the Pioneer Tap Room, and really good pizza. The people in there were so nice, very fun. And so if you like a good pizza, that was really yummy. We also stopped when we first got there, and we got a pastry at a bakery that's only open on Tuesday or Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I think it's called Lucille and Mabel's. I remember Mabel because I wrote a story about a turtle named Mabel. So that's another book that needs to be actually published, but it is completed. So hopefully it was on. Anyway, no tangents today. I'm going to stay on task. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching this video and hanging out. I hope it was a little bit of fun. I hope that you enjoyed my my hits and misses for thrifting, and that you'll like and subscribe and watch for that video about the Intermission bookstore, because it is fun. Oh, and while I'm mentioning it, I did, while I was there, pick up the Galveston woman, or the Medicine Woman of Galveston, and it was on my to be read list, and I'm excited to read this. And that was my own personal little gift to myself for my road trip. And also, I like to support independent bookstores, so I hope that you will do so as well. And yeah, hopefully I can find some more bookstores like that, because it's really yeah, that's the gravy of life. Have a blessed day. Thank you for stopping by.